Chocolate bar, smooth milk chocolate, crispy wafer, and creamy hazelnut filling. It's Kinder Bueno.
Now, a Severe Weather Center 13 update, sponsored by Quality Landscape and Garden Center.
Welcome to round 2 of this big blast. We are covered in snow right now, and it's still coming down in parts of the Mid-South as you look live at TrueView radar, showing what's moving through at this moment. Now, the snow and sleet both been coming down across the Mid-South for almost 48 hours now, depending on where you live. Now, this has made roadways really undrivable in so many parts as you look at a couple of TDOT cameras over on the right side of the road. Of course, we got a long road ahead tonight. Thanks for joining us in this early 4 o'clock edition of Fox 13 News. I'm Darrell Green.
And I'm Darcy Thomas. Fox 13, of course, we have you covered from all angles. Here's what you need to know right now. The winter storm warning is set to last until midnight tonight. In about 2 hours, all Mid-South Kroger grocery stores will be closed. Also, the feel-like temperatures in some of the areas right now are in the negatives. In Memphis and in Shelby County, the inclement weather policy is in effect.
Now, that's the focus of most of our coverage over the next couple of hours. Let's start with our Severe Weather Center 13 team of meteorologists. They've been on top of this for more than a week, about 10 days, as a matter of fact. Chief Meteorologist Joey Sullivec is live in Severe Weather Center 13. Joey, right now, where is it still snowing?
Well, we've been talking about this, as you mentioned, for 10 days at least, and this storm arrived right on track and right on time. I want to start with what's brand new, this wind chill advisory. That was just issued within the last half hour or so. That's going to go until noon tomorrow, and it's just underscoring the dangerous temperatures. We also still have a winter storm warning that's in effect through midnight tonight, and temperatures at this moment, while we see an air temp of 11, this is what matters to our kids, -6. That's why we have a wind chill advisory, and that's going to probably double as we go into tomorrow morning. I'm expecting, and get this, an air temperature of -1 and a wind chill tomorrow morning of -12. Darrell just asked, where is the snow? Still very active across primarily West Tennessee. It's about to exit North Mississippi. It's trying to break free of Arkansas, but we still have light flurries, plus we'll call it that, from roughly Hernando, where it's weaker, up through South Shelby County, Memphis, into Millington, Lakeland, Covington, and spreading out across West Tennessee. Again, starting to see some breaks in Mississippi and Arkansas. You can see some flurries still active from Forest City to Jeanette, but we're keeping a close eye on all of that. And the bigger picture shows clearing starting to set up, but we could still see some light flurries being churned out of this atmosphere as the bulk of the moisture moves on to the east. Now, this is what you need to be focusing on tonight into tomorrow morning. That wind chill advisory, I just want you to let this sink in for a moment, because having been a lifelong Memphian and been doing weather now for 20 to 25 years here in town, I don't remember seeing this stretch be this cold. But look at tomorrow morning to roughly 7 a.m., -11, and we think it's going to drop to -12. We know the kids want to go out and play. We want everybody to have fun. You've got to make sure that they are bundled up and that they are safe. Of course, we're looking at bad city streets and bad parking lots as well as we get into tonight. So with a closer look at what's happening out there right now, let's check in with Fox 13 meteorologist Yasser Kishk.
Yeah, it is very cold out here. I'll try to cover up my mic there from the wind. And this is the parking lot here at the station, and you can imagine this was a very busy parking lot today because it was all hands on deck to get last of winter. And I got my leaf blower, now turned snow blower, just kind of show you how powdery and dry some of this snow is. It begins blowing around and it can really just kind of pile up. You see the snow drifts, but this is a very dry, again, very dry, powdery snow. And you got to kind of dig in to finally find some of that pavement, but it is there. And certainly there's several inches of snow out here. But think about this. If you were traveling on the roads and you can make it through the roads, I couldn't tell you how many people here at work today just got stuck in the parking lot. They were able to get here, and then they got stuck in the parking lot. It's like that in so many locations. So you think you may be able to get through the roadways. You may not be able to even park and get stuck with that alone. So just stay at home if you can, guys. Reporting outside, I'm meteorologist Yasser Kishk.
Yeah, I saw that so many times today, Yasser. People getting stuck in parking lots, especially the vacant ones on the side of the road. They pull over for a minute, and then they're just stuck. They're just there because they can't get that traction. Now, we got you covered. We've got all hands on deck tonight with our team coverage. Our expert team of meteorologists will continue to track this storm as it makes its way out of the Mid-South, but we're also looking at the potential of another round of weather later in the week. I guess we could call this a 1, 2, 3 punch by the time we get here Wednesday. We also have our reporters in the elements on the streets, so you don't have to be. In fact, let's check out the roadways. They're the story of the day, really. Check out this video, as a matter of fact. I don't know if you could tell how fast that front-wheel drive car's wheels are spinning. He was flooring it, trying to get out of that parking lot. Actually had to dig down below the wheels to get out of there. This is just off Mendenhall at Poplar. This car, just a block away, stuck right in the middle of the road. Had to call a friend, as a matter of fact, with a truck, a trailer, and a winch to get him going. Now, again, this is Mendenhall at Poplar. And we're seeing scenes like this all over the city of Memphis, Darcy.
You know, Daryl, I saw a lot of that on my way in, especially at Poplar and Highland. There were 2 cars that had spun out almost right there in front of me. You know, we can't stress this enough. This weather is very, very dangerous. The roadways at this hour are simply treacherous, so please stay home. The video that you're seeing right now, this is 385, Highway 385 in Ridgeway, where all you can see, that's all you can see is snow on the ground. From the highways to the main arteries that we use to get around to the side streets where we live. Of course, Fox 13, we are all over the place with the information that everyone needs to know.
I mean, if it weren't for the few cars there, you might not even know that's 385. Fox 13's Greg Coy is going to take us on a journey over the next couple of hours, looking up close at the streets in the city of Memphis, starting near 240. I believe that's the Poplar 240 overpass, Greg. I was there about 2 hours ago.
Yeah, and as you can see that there is a lane on the highway here, clearly on the Poplar Avenue, I should say, that's been cleared, so it's passable if you want to call it that. But as you can see underneath there, or right on top of that roadway, there is a layer of snow. And, of course, that makes it very treacherous if you're driving. We've only seen a smattering of cars drive through, and most of them were four-wheel drive vehicles, or vehicles that had four-wheel drive capabilities. They're taking it very slow as well. It took us about 20 minutes to get here from the station, which is about the time that you would normally take if you were driving in rush hour. When I had a chance, I stepped outside there and really sort of pushed back the snow and did see the pavement, but I wouldn't drive out here on Poplar Avenue unless you have to. Really take it slow. There's somebody walking up the road right now. Perhaps he's trying to get to his car. We're going to jump in the traffic tracker and take you along I-240 and see what the roads are like. Roads are around the Memphis area. Oh, by the way, you can add my name to the list of people who were stuck in a parking lot this morning around 11 o'clock and could not get my car out to get to work. We're going to join you a little bit later on. I'll join you at about 4:30 when we're going to be on the road on I-240. Live in East Memphis, I'm Greg Coy, Fox 13 News.
All right, thank you, Greg. And that's one area, Darcy, right there. As I said, I was shooting video there for quite some time, around 1:30, 2 o'clock, and trying to get up off of 240 onto Poplar. A lot of cars getting halfway up the hill, just sliding down. We're seeing a lot of that. Yeah. And, you know, in less than 2 hours, Mid-South Kroger store is going to be closing. So if you don't have what you need now, you're going to need to get on that if you can.
That's the if you can. That's the word right there. You know, but of course, as Greg was just talking about, we just can't say this enough. You have got to be careful if you do have to drive today. Fox 13's Dominic Dillon is joining us live at Kroger at Poplar and Highland. Dominic, you were out there earlier today, and at that point you said the parking lot was just packed. What is it looking like right now?
Darcy, things are still looking the same out here. People have been in and out of these doors for the last few hours, picking up the groceries that they need. If you take a look over here, you can see that people are unloading their groceries and then putting them into their cars. This couple here had 2 baskets filled to the brim with groceries. The car behind them as well, filled to the brim with groceries. So once again, people are rushing out to these Kroger stores across the Mid-South, picking up the necessities. Over here, you can also see that, like you mentioned, like I said earlier, the parking lot is filled with people coming out here. But once again, the roads are dangerous. It's hard to travel. So if you don't have to be out, don't come out. But if you must come out for some necessities, if you didn't pick up groceries in the days past, then you should definitely come down before Kroger closes. We spoke with a father and son. Take a listen to what they had to say about the driving conditions.
He wishes we came like earlier because snow, but he said we're here now, so we got to get it and go back
to the sign. Once again, this Kroger and all the Krogers across the Mid-South close at 6 o'clock. There are signs up on the door, so you can't miss it. All Krogers across the Mid-South close at 6, and they will reopen tomorrow at 8. Reporting live in East Memphis, Dominique Dillon, Fox 13 News.
All right, thank you, Dominique. Now, we've got our crews concentrated mostly in Memphis, but it's not just snowing in Memphis. We're talking about the whole region, especially North Mississippi.
Well, there are Fox 13's Tony Sloan. He's been in DeSoto County all day. Tony, what are you seeing out there in that area?
Yeah, earlier we were telling you about the dangerous roadway conditions, the traveling that people have been doing here. But there have actually been a lot of people who've been coming outside, whether kids or even adults, to enjoy this weather. A lot of them either making snowballs and throwing them at one another, or even one kid that I talked to who's 11 years old who was actually out here earlier making some snow angels.
As you can see, I made snow angels and I was running around. And so it's very cold out here. I can't feel my hands, but I mean, I've been trailing. I want to have fun because where I'm from, we don't have a lot of snow, so I just want to have fun with. All right, here we go.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I can't really make a snowman because right here it's the.
Yeah, talking to me a little earlier today, telling me that this is one of the first times he's ever seen this much amount of snow in his area. And I've been living here all my life as well, and I've never seen it either. So he actually kind of inspired me to think about doing a snow angel as well. So I'm going to hop down here and do one for you guys. This is freezing. This is freezing. But this is the first time I've ever gotten to do something like this, and I'm glad I'm able to check it off the bucket list right now. But I'm going to send it back to you guys.
Been there, done that, Tony. Again, I'm from Chicago. I know what that's like. Why are you shaking your head, Daryl?
You know, here's the thing, and I noticed he didn't have on gloves. Look, we kind of grew up in the same way. We weren't used to this kind of thing in Southeast Arkansas. My mom literally used to take bread sacks, put them on my hands and my feet, and wrap them in socks and towels.
You know, of course, Daryl, being from Chicago, we started in September, like the beginning of September. It was so normal for us to get our hats, gloves, snow boots, parkas, all of our winter gear starting in September, because more often than not, by the time Halloween hit, there was always several inches of snow on the ground.
That's
so again,
exactly right. All right.
Yeah.
Of course, still ahead on Fox 13 News at 5, this special edition. We continue our coverage. It's not a winter wonderland in this case. It's a winter Graceland. The home of Elvis was closed today because of the weather. Still to come, we continue our coverage. Stay with us.
These aren't numbers. These are families, circles of friends, co-workers involved that are affected by this.
It is a public health crisis. It is truly going to take a coordinated effort to reduce the impact of gun violence in our community.
How violence was able to run rampant across the Mid-South as a disease swept over the world. Fox 13 gets real about an epidemic of violence. Part 1 tonight at 9:45.
What's in Zaxby's new General Tso's sauce? Legendary chicken, legendary sauce. The new General Tso's boneless wings. Only at Zaxby's. Redeem rewards, scan to pay, and order ahead on the Zaxby's app.
I'm attorney Corey B. Trotz. Some clients who are hurt on the job worry that their employer will fire them if they file a workers' comp claim. We tell them, don't worry. The law and NST is here to protect you. Call 683-7000.
Every day this month, Fox 13 is celebrating the people making Black history right here in the Mid-South. Her civil rights activism changed the lives of students across the South, but it also prevented her from teaching here in Memphis, the city she helped change. Elaine Turner impacted thousands of lives across the school systems who weren't afraid of her spirit.
They're still here. We still have some of the same battles to win.
Fox 13 celebrates Black history in the making, sponsored by Great American Home Store. There's no place like home.
David Gordon is one of only 2% of Tennessee lawyers that are board certified.
He's going to always have your best interest at heart.
Call me, David Gordon, at 901-444-4444, and let me help you get your life back on track.
What's in Zaxby's new General Tso's sauce? Legendary chicken, legendary sauce. The new General Tso's boneless wings. Only at Zaxby's. Redeem rewards, scan to pay, and order ahead on the Zaxby's app.
The President's Day sale at Royal Furniture, where the more you buy, the more you save. Like this beautiful queen set, now just $12.99. You save $200. Or this queen set, now just $9.99. You save $500. Save $300 on this Isabella 5-piece bedroom. And this 5-piece queen set, now just $7.99. You save $500. Royal has no interest financing and no money required at purchase. Plus, with our huge in-stock inventory, you get immediate pickup or delivery only at Royal Furniture.
Every day this month, Fox 13 is celebrating the people making Black history right here in the Mid-South.
Fox 13 celebrates Black history in the making. Sponsored by WNT Contracting Corporation, providing quality construction for over 20 years. This is Fox 13 News.
Of course, we want to catch you up to speed at this hour. The snow continues to fall across the Mid-South. Take a look at this TDOT cam. This is actually at I-55 and South Parkway. One vehicle right now, as you can see, is on the road. It looks like a ghost town out there, and of course, for good reason. The roads are obviously pretty much covered. If you can at this hour, please stay home.
Now think about this. As the temperature drops, and it's brutally cold, the demand for electricity to heat our homes is going to be high. In fact, power companies are asking everyone, knock that thermostat down just a little bit to conserve energy if you can.
Fox 13's Mandy Rock joins us now with some other ways that we all can save power while keeping warm during this snowstorm.
Well, it's days like these we have the urge to turn up our thermostats and do whatever it takes to keep warm. But that could cause your next energy bill to skyrocket. Atmos Energy out of Mississippi sent us these power-saving tips. Lower your thermostat to 68 degrees. Lower your water heater temperature to 120 degrees. Reduce shower time and avoid baths. They also say to unplug electronic devices and turn off lights not in use. Also to refrain from using large appliances like your washer and dryer. They say to keep your fireplace damp or closed unless a fire is burning, and if you have a pool, do not use the pool heater. And energy companies also recommend to wear as many layers of clothing as possible so you can turn that thermostat down even lower, and also to open your blinds and shades during the day to take advantage of the sun's natural heat. Reporting in Germantown, Mandy Rock, Fox 13 News.
Thank you, Mandy. 11 degrees outside with a wind chill of -6, and the snow continues to fall. That leads us to one of our newest advisories, a wind chill advisory, because of those ridiculously cold temperatures that will get even colder going into tomorrow morning. That blankets all of us through noon tomorrow. And we are still under a winter storm warning through midnight tonight as the moisture continues to be an issue and the snow is still falling all the way around Shelby County. We'll call it flurries plus. You go towards these darker areas shaded in, you're going to get a slightly heavier snowfall occurring, but it's still active from North Mississippi through Shelby, West Memphis, Arkansas. You're looking at a very usually busy travel zone there. Trucks never stop, and they're having to deal with all this as well. As of 4 o'clock, most of the action is over West Tennessee with a little bit left in Mississippi, Arkansas, close to us. We're now going to be dealing with primarily flurries, and then once we get this out of the way, the cold air really settles in. You can see some breaks occurring. I think the heaviest amount of this is gone, but we're still going to throw some extra totals on top. Now we turn our attention to the next event, which arrives Wednesday. You're talking Wednesday morning, snow beginning to fall across Arkansas and northwest Tennessee. Of course, our temperatures well below freezing. This will continue into Wednesday night, and we're going to be adding an ice component, freezing rain and sleet, primarily threatening North Mississippi. We're going to talk more about that in a moment. Snow continues into Wednesday evening, getting into Memphis again. Takes a break briefly late Wednesday into early Thursday. Then it kicks back in. This is going to be a 2-rounder as of now. 8 o'clock Thursday morning, we're putting more snow on top of what has already fallen, and it's active through early afternoon before it exits. As of right now, here's our thoughts on that. We're looking at 2 to 5 additional inches of snow across this area, 1 to 2 inches possible Memphis south, and we've got a bigger sleet threat, a freezing rain threat in that zone as well. Just keep that in mind. We're putting that on top of what's already on the ground, and with these sub-freezing temperatures not going anywhere. Here's tonight. -1 to 2 over the next couple of hours with flurries continuing. Here's tomorrow morning. This is actually a warmer number than what the lowest will be. I think between 4 and 6, it's going to be negative 12. And then we get to the negative 3s by 9 o'clock in the morning. Here's the good news. By noon tomorrow, we drop a little bit of the wind. Your air temperature is around 9. And this is your afternoon high. This is the air temperature, 18 degrees. Wind chill, of course, will be colder than that throughout the day. And you need to stay layered up. Here's a brief snapshot of the next 7 days. We're seeing the heaviest snow exit now. Super cold tomorrow, hard freezes. The next round occurs Wednesday into Thursday, overnight as well. Here's some good news. We get above freezing Saturday into Sunday. We're going to start seeing the melt occur. It's going to take a little bit of time, but that's our zone right now. 40 to almost 50 going into Sunday, Monday. Until then, very cold and dangerous roads.
Fox 13's Winter Blast coverage continues. This is actually a live look at the Memphis Zoo Hippocamp. The zoo is closed today, but it also looks like the animals are taking a bit of a break as well. Stay safe, everyone.
I used to say lawyers, who needs them? But that changed big time when I almost lost everything in a car accident. Mike Montesi got me everything. Money for car repairs, car rentals, medical bills, lost wages, and for my pain and suffering.
Don't risk your financial future. Call me and my team of powerful lawyers for the maximum money you deserve.
It's easy with Montesi. Montesi had my back. Now I'm here to say lawyers, you need them.
One call, that's all.
Call 526-2126.
Are you ready for some hands-on training to help you take off in as little as a year? Delta Technical College offers a variety of programs in the medical field, like medical assisting, medical coding, dental assisting, and more. We offer daytime and evening classes. And for those who qualify, financial aid and placement services are available. Earn the qualifications and certifications that you need. Enroll today at deltatechnicalcollege.com. Delta Technical College. Hands-on, take off.
Introducing NutriChopper, the compact handheld speed slicer that cuts up to 10 times quicker than a knife. You can have one slice or 10 perfect slices at once. NutriChopper comes with the razor-sharp interchangeable stainless steel blades to make all of the cuts you want, and all incredibly quick. Mince a mound of onions and never have time for tears. And NutriChopper comes with a perfect portion container so you can slice, seal, and store it all in one. You get the complete NutriChopper set with blades and container with lids, all for just $19.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Have you written a book? You can become a published author with Dorrance Publishing, the nation's oldest publishing services company. Our professional team will edit your text, design your book pages, and create an appealing, eye-catching custom cover. Plus, our authors benefit from a custom book promotion marketing campaign that makes your book available where people buy books, like Amazon and brick-and-mortar bookstores. So make this free call right now to claim your free author's guide to publishing. Call right now.
Broken AC, $4,600. Water heater, $1,500. Fridge on the fritz, $1,000. You won't pay any of that when you have home warranty coverage from the Home Service Club. They'll repair or replace your covered home appliances and systems for around $1 a day.
HSC provides coverage of up to 47 different appliances and systems in your home.
Call the number on your screen now. Get a month free, plus $75 off your first year HSC home warranty. No worries, just service.
Imagine this is your money, and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money, and they can take it, all of it if they want. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. Call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time can save you thousands of dollars. So please call right now.
This is Fox 13 News.
Well, one of the biggest concerns right now, of course, aside from the road conditions, is the air temperature. It is dangerously cold out there.
We are not used to this sort of weather at all here in the Mid-South. Fox 13 meteorologist Elizabeth D'Amore has a breakdown of the warning signs you need to watch out for.
With temperatures expected to be near 0 degrees tonight and a wind chill down in the negative values, we can have frostbite and hypothermia kick in quickly. Frostbite can actually come in about 30 minutes. So if you're getting out at all overnight or into the early hours of Tuesday, make sure all parts of your skin covered up. You've got a scarf, you've got gloves, you've got thick boots, you've got a hat over your head to cover your ears, and the mask. It's really handy right now because again, all parts of your skin need to be covered. Now, hypothermia can actually set in quicker, and with any conditions that are really cold outside, especially when you add the layer of snow or sleet on top of that, and if you get wet, hypothermia can actually set in quicker. So some signs for you to recognize hypothermia: you could get confusion or see somebody that's starting to get confused, slurred speech, they start to have body aches or uncontrollable shivering. Those are all signs to look for hypothermia setting in. Make sure if those things happen, you immediately go inside and try to warm up as quick as possible. If you've got to get out, as I mentioned, make sure you're layered up and you're staying warm. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Elizabeth. Now, thanks for sticking with us through this special coverage of the winter blast. We're still seeing snow all around the Mid-South. In fact, that's an MDOT traffic cam. That's Getwell Road right off 269. Now, look, there's a strong freeze advisory in place right now. There are cars stranded on the road. It is not a good idea to get out. Our coverage continues in just a moment.
These aren't numbers. These are families, circles of friends, co-workers involved that are affected by this.
It is a public health crisis. It is truly going to take a coordinated effort to reduce the impact of gun violence in our community.
How violence was able to run rapid across the Mid-South as a disease swept over the world. Fox 13 gets real about an epidemic of violence. Part 1 tonight at 9:45.
How is yours? Because you got the spicy cheesesteak.
A little fire.
A little fire.
And desire.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
Sonic Extra Long Ultimate Cheesesteaks.
You're taking it too far. I know it's date day and all.
You're more than just a number. That's why Cigna Medicare Advantage plans treat you like a whole person, body and mind. And if you're turning 65 or recently retired, now's your time to enroll. Call 1-855-809-6103 to get an affordable Cigna Medicare Advantage plan with no monthly premium and only a $5 specialist copay. You get medical, dental, vision, and prescriptions all in one plan, plus a team of doctors for your overall health. Learn more with our free Medicare Advantage guide. If you're turning 65 or recently retired, now's your time to get a Cigna Medicare Advantage plan that fits your lifestyle and your budget. Don't wait. Call 1-855-809-6103. That's 1-855-809-6103. Or go to GetCignaMedicare.com.
I feel like I would go with the signature strawberry limeade. Add in cranberry. It'll give you that kick, like right there in the back.
Sonic Ultimate Drink Stop.
This muscle right here.
Might be a little tart for me.
Nick Bolton here with the newest addition to our tactical line, the Bell & Howell Tax Shaver. Tax Shaver gives you a quick, razor-smooth shave, whether you're at home or on the go. It even has a built-in trimmer for sideburns and beards. And it works wet or dry for a great shave in even the harshest conditions. The Tax Shaver is completely waterproof.
Act now to get your tax shaver for just $29.99 with free shipping and is backed by our 10-year warranty. Order yours today.
Are you or a loved one between the ages of 50 to 80 years old? You may qualify for $30,000 in funeral insurance for only pennies a day. Your rate will never increase. Your benefits will never decrease. And there is no medical exam, even if you have a pre-existing disease or illness. Don't be a financial burden to your family. Lock in your rate by completing an application over the phone right now. Will you qualify for funeral insurance up to $30,000 for only pennies a day?
Find out by calling Senior Legacy Life. Call 1-800-233-6830.
This is Fox 13 News.
Fox 13 continuous coverage of this winter blast continues right now. Here's what you need to know at this moment. We're still seeing snow around the Mid-South, and there's a wind chill advisory that went into effect about 90 minutes ago. That means we are seeing dangerously cold feels-like temperatures out there, many of those in negative digits.
You know, we, of course, are working to bring everyone up to the minute road conditions with the latest information just in case anyone needs to travel. Hopefully everyone is able to stay home at this point. Roads, we can't say this enough, roads are covered in that thick layer of snow, making driving conditions extremely, extremely dangerous.
Yeah, Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Joey Sullipek is live at Severe Weather Center 13 with the very latest. Joey?
Yeah, let's recap some of those critical points. We do have a wind chill advisory in effect for the entire Fox 13 viewing area. That goes until noon tomorrow. Dangerous numbers tonight and dangerous roadways. Winter storm warning lasts until midnight tonight, and those temperatures, again, hard freeze zone. We're still looking at light snow coming down, especially across West Tennessee. That, of course, includes Shelby County, a little bit of Fayette going north into Tipton. We've got light flurries just across the border into Arkansas and Mississippi, but those areas starting to quiet down a bit. West Tennessee has the bulk of the moisture, and as you can tell, still surrounding the city of Memphis. We are just wringing out every little bit of moisture from the atmosphere, and that is just adding on to what has been accumulating. Much of the Mid-South is seeing cold conditions. Clearing to the south, still active up here to the north, but we're going to be tracking it for you minute by minute. I do want to talk coming up in just a few minutes about your ice potential. That's going to be a big problem going into Wednesday, Thursday, but we've got one area that is the most at risk, and we'll cover that coming up in just about 15 minutes.
Thank you so much, Joey. If you have not already done it right now, right now, it is a great time to download the Fox 13 weather app. You will get detailed 7-day forecasts. You'll be able to track storms with our interactive radar. There's video forecasts and live streaming of newscasts from Fox 13. It's very easy, very quick, simple. Download the Fox 13 weather app right now.
Now, we have to think, driving today has been horribly difficult, but from the interstate to the main roads, especially some of the side roads that get us around town, tonight's temperature drop is going to mean that we're going to see literally, Darcy, the South's biggest ice skating rink.
Well, Daryl, right now, if you look outside, it just looks like snow. But mind you, this is the second wave we've had of this, so it's what's underneath the snow. That's ice right now.
Yep.
Fox 13's Greg Coy is mobile tonight, checking road conditions for us throughout our newscast. Right now, he's joining us live at I-240. Greg, are you guys having any trouble out there in that area?
Well, we're not having any trouble, but we can tell you we're in 240 by Mount Moriah. As we're going to approach this, we're not having any trouble because Traffic Tracker sort of like a tank, but look ahead of us, you can see there's a car that clearly spun out, and they have a friend who's trying to pull them out. Probably not the best idea without some type of assistance from law enforcement, because if you look over to your left, you can see another truck just pulling up right behind them. Look, 240 has been paved, but still there's a lot of snow on the ground, and of course it makes driving a little treacherous. And right now we're in a bit of a situation right here, if you want to call it that, where they're trying to pull a friend's car out, and they don't have law enforcement or anyone backing it up. Our photojournalist Ron Guidry is trying to tell people to take it very slow because they're coming up on something that could end up getting a little dicey. So again, if you don't have the car, oh my goodness, he has a child out there, he just got out of the truck. Let's hope that everything goes well. But again, just want to focus on this. Oh, good, AAA is coming here, and I think they're going to at least be able to block off one of the lanes. Again, folks, if you don't have the car that can handle this type of conditions, and you know if your car is not four-wheel, just stay off the roads. This is not the time to get out here and try and experiment and test your vehicle and your driving skills, because you can get yourself in trouble like these folks right in front of us. We're going to continue on 240, and we will check back in with you in the next half hour. Reporting live in the Traffic Tracker, I'm Greg Coy, Fox 13 News.
All right, thank you, Greg. All right, how about some good news, at least good news considering. In Memphis, at least, the power has stayed on for almost everybody. Matter of fact, let's pull up the MLGW outage map. According to MLGW, only 463 people impacted by an outage right now. A lot of people lost power because of Thursday's ice storm. Now, in fact, MLGW tells us they restored power to more than 17,000 customers over the 3-day period there. Some of those were without power for more than 2 days, though. Now, look, if you're still without power as a result of last Thursday or for whatever reason, even if it just blinked out a moment ago, they don't know unless you call 901-544-6500. That's MLGW.
We're also seeing more power outages in Arkansas than in Memphis. We're going to take a live look at the Entergy map outage map. There are a little bit more than 3,000 people without power. You know, at one point this morning, in fact, there were nearly 6,000 power outages in that area. Arkansas was also hit really hard by last week's ice storm. Of course, we are going to continue to check out all of the power outages.
Now, in just an hour and a half, Kroger stores from all over the Mid-South are going to close because of this winter blast. Now, if you don't already have what you need, you're literally running out of time.
Fox 13's Dominic Dillon is joining us live at Kroger at Poplar and Highland. Dominic, what does it look like out there? I want you to explain, because there's a lot of snow on the ground. We noticed that people, they couldn't even get their carts from the store to their car.
No, they can't. There's a lot of people in this parking lot right now. As you can see, there's only about an hour and a half left, so a lot of people are coming out here trying to make sure they get the groceries that they need. This person is trying to pull out. But one thing I wanted to share with you is even if you do make it to Kroger, your car could still get stuck. Right here I have Mason Hibbs with me. This is his vehicle. He drove over here to Kroger. He got the groceries he needed, but now he's having a difficult time getting out of here. Mason, share with us what you have gone through from leaving your house to getting here.
I left my house this morning, and I thought I was going to be fine, and I thought my car could make it. Come to find out, I got stuck in my driveway leaving. Leaving from there, I had to get pulled out. Made it here, got pulled out whenever I got stuck, as immediately coming in, got stuck, and then they pulled me out again. And then I'm stuck here again, so me and my roommates just said, whatever, we're going to go inside, get our groceries, and we're done now, so we're going to try and get it out and hopefully get home safe.
About how far of a drive do you have from here?
10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm right there right down the street.
Well, thank you, Mason, for your time. 10 minutes doesn't sound like a long ways, but of course when you're running into issues of getting stuck in the snow, having to be pulled out, getting stuck again, that could make a trip a lot longer. So once again, if you don't have to be out, if you don't have to get groceries, stay home so that you don't run into some of the same problems Mason is running into. Reporting live in East Memphis, Dominic Dillon, Fox 13 News.
Thank you, Dominic. Mississippi, of course, impacted by this, too. Let's take you down to DeSoto County. The roads there are so bad, as a matter of fact, the DeSoto County School District canceled classes for tomorrow already, Darcy.
Fox 13's Tom Dees is joining us live in Olive Branch. Tom, I know that you have been there all day. Has the snow finally let up in that area?
Darcy, the snow let up just a little while ago. The wind has laid down a little bit, but it's still kind of brisk. It's kind of whipping here every now and then. I want to show you something. We've been taking measurements on the snow and ice all day long. In the roadway, right there, it's right at about 3.5 inches is how much we've got. Now, I want to show you over this way. You got a little culvert area on the side of the road that seems to have trapped some snow as well. See if we can get a measurement there. That's only about 3 inches, but it's not a day to be putting the flip-flops on and going out in the front yard. I want to take a measurement over here, and you get down in the grass, and that's near 4. And I took a measurement over there earlier today, and it was almost 5 inches. I want to step back around and show you something that's going on here. We were talking about the grocery stores closing down. Traffic has let up. The Piggly Wiggly, I'm going to take a guess. The parking lot was jammed earlier, so I'm guessing that they're about to close here in Olive Branch. If you get out, by the way, folks, I'm wrapped up pretty good. I got I got a sweater. I got a shirt under there. I've got my heavy coat. I've got my pants, and I've got some long johns under there. I've got boots and some wool socks and some heated toe warmers that are in my boots, okay? The toe warmers have not kicked in all day long. My hand warmers, my hands have been okay, but this weather's rough on your toes, rough on everything. So if you get out, wrap up, make sure you're covered up. And I can tell you, in less than 10 minutes, you're going to start to feel it. Reporting live in Olive Branch, I'm Tom Dees for Fox 13 News.
Yeah, it does not take that long to be out in this type of weather where you feel your appendages, your fingers and toes, like they're freezing. You know, we've been telling you also about several of the warming centers if you need somewhere to stay to avoid being out in the cold. We know that the Hollywood Community Center is open until further notice. It is located at 1560 North Hollywood Street. Of course, if you need to stay overnight, you can also stay at the Union Mission on Poplar or the Salvation Army on Jackson. We also want to let you know there is a second warming center that is open. That is the Ruth Tate Senior Center. It is located at 1620 Marjorie Street.
Now, you've heard us talk about the Memphis and MPD inclement weather policy. That means it's in effect right now in Shelby and Memphis County. And to you, that means if you happen to be at a crash, remember all of this. You should exchange name, address, phone number, and insurance information, as well as get the tag numbers of the vehicles involved, take photos of the damage if you could do so safely, and tag the number of vehicles involved. Both drivers should also call the nearest Memphis police station to report the accident, and this should be done within 5 working days. Now, an officer will then complete a crash report. This morning on Good Morning Memphis, MPD Director Mike Rawlings told us not following this policy puts others in danger.
We don't want motorists standing out on the side of the road waiting on law enforcement, because that could cause another accident or put them in danger.
And in this sort of inclement weather, it could take law enforcement quite some time to get there if they are able to at all. Again, this policy is in effect until further notice.
You know, we also want to see your weather pictures. We do have a few photos that viewers have shared with us of the winter weather as they see it. You know, we've also made it pretty easy for you to share your pictures and even your videos with us. You just simply need to log on to fox13memphis.com, click on the button that is at the top right that says Share with Us. Click Add Your Media, and then send it our way.
Now, our coverage does not stop here. In fact, we're just now starting, going at least until 6:30, maybe longer. We're working to bring you the most complete and comprehensive sustained coverage of the winter blast. Our chief meteorologist, Joey Sullivan, is going to continue to monitor the conditions outside, also forecasting what's ahead. You'll be seeing Joey very regularly over the coming evening.
Let's talk about that right now, my friend. We are tracking the snow as it exits. We're also tracking the next storm going into Wednesday, and as that arrives, so does an ice threat. I'm going to show you who is the most at risk right after this break.
Mike Montesi took charge of my car wreck case.
I'm attorney Mike Montesi. I'll fight to win you everything you deserve.
I love Montesi for what he did for me and my family.
One call, that's all.
Call 526-2126.
I was behind on some bills. I was receiving harassing phone calls from creditors. So I decided to call Mr. McElroy. And I came to see him, and Mr. McElroy helped me get my life back on track. And I thank Mr. McElroy for helping me do that. I just love the staff. They're excellent. They treat you with kindness. You know, you don't feel bad about coming to see Mr. McElroy.
Our attorneys and all of our staff understand that bad things can happen to good people.
Aloha, dudes. Me again. Up here straight shredding and about to make things more extreme with these Extreme Cash Instant Games. With a top prize of $500 grand, the only way to get more extreme is to get on my level. And you can't, because I'm all the way up. Take your fun to the extreme with Extreme Cash Games, only from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun.
Large truck accident cases can be complicated, often with multiple parties held accountable. I'm attorney Mike Montesi. I fight to get the maximum money possible for large truck accidents. Call 526-2126.
What's up, America? It's your boy Ice-T. And if you know me, you know I love my cars. No matter how much I love them, I know they're going to break down. And that's why I protect my babies with Car Shield. I know a car out of warranty means repairs are going to be expensive. And Car Shield helps get those repairs covered so I don't have to. And they can do the same for you. It's that simple.
Make the smart choice and protect yourself from expensive car breakdowns. Call 800-997-3066.
Seniors, are you aware that you could pay less for your car insurance?
Seniors can save money on their car insurance.
You might save a little, you might save a lot.
Maybe hundreds of dollars a year.
You might save 5% a year, maybe 10%, 15%, or even more.
That's a lot of money. So call right now and find out just how much money you might be able to save.
Call 1-800-452-7043, 1-800-452-7043.
This is an urgent consumer alert from Timeshare Cancellation Advocates, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get rid of their expensive timeshares. Once you've made that decision to get rid of your timeshare for any reason, Timeshare Cancellation Advocates is offering a Better Business Bureau accredited way to legally get rid of your timeshare. Guaranteed. We guarantee to get rid of your timeshare payments permanently, and we can pay your 2020 maintenance fee once qualified.
Please call 800-329-2167.
This is Fox 13 News.
Thank you for being with us this afternoon in the special early edition of Fox 13 News at 5 as we continue to cover the winter blast. You're looking live at I-40 at Austin P from a T-Dot camera. Little bit of room for cars to drive on. Not a lot. Thankfully, not a lot of traffic because the entire area is just blanketed. Cars and trucks are getting stuck left and right in this wintry mix.
Daryl, if you notice that shot right there, it wasn't even a correct lane. It was the middle part of the lane there that people were driving in. You know, Fox 13 Siobhan Riley, she's joining us live tonight in Bartlett. Siobhan, you witnessed people helping some of those drivers who were struggling to get up hills, almost caused an accident themselves.
Darcy, that is correct. In this parking lot here in Bartlett, it is safe to say that just about every car that I have seen, including my car this morning when I was trying to get to work, is not able to make it out of this parking lot. You can see over here there is someone who was getting the snow off his car. And then I want to show you this car right here. Take a look at this white car. Now, less than 10 minutes ago, we saw the driver trying to pull his car out of this parking lot, and he experienced the same thing that I experienced earlier this morning. He couldn't move that car. His car would not move no matter how hard he tried. Again, these roads are very dangerous. You can take a look at this parking lot covered with snow, but you can see the tire tracks right here where people have tried and tried to get out. But again, I am counting right now close to about 4 inches. About an hour and a half ago, it was closer to 2 inches. So as you can see, hour by hour, we're starting to see more and more drops of snow. Even though we're not seeing quite as much precipitation as we were seeing earlier, it's kind of starting to let down just a little bit. However, parking lot covered with snow, cars trying to get out. We saw several cars getting stuck. That car over there that you see to our left, that car also got stuck earlier today. So again, as you can see, folks, it is not safe to be out in these conditions. Live in Bartlett, Siobhan Riley, Fox 13 News.
Some of our biggest problems have been coming from parking lots where people just can't get any traction, even the slightest incline. So please stay off those roads if you can. This is your air temperature right now. We're looking at a wind chill in the -5 range, but we are all at about 10 to 11 degrees, 20-plus degrees below freezing, and that's going to continue. That wind chill I just mentioned is so strong overnight that we have a wind chill advisory until noon tomorrow, and we're still under the winter storm warning through midnight tonight. As Siobhan just mentioned, this is still spitting out some light flurries, bringing us some light precip. That's happening all the way across Shelby County. A little bit better pick up near Wolf Chase to Millington and Atoka, a better chance for seeing a decent flurry. You can see that is surrounding the city of Memphis while the bulk of this moisture is now moving out past Jackson and on towards Middle Tennessee. But we expect to see lingering light flurries throughout the afternoon, evening, and taking us into tomorrow morning most likely. Let's talk about our next system. Now, this one begins Wednesday, and it's going to have a pretty decent freezing rain or sleet component that I think is going to attack mainly North Mississippi. If you live in Mississippi, let's say central portion heading northward between Wednesday and Thursday, you have the best chance to see some type of development of sleet or freezing rain, and that's going to impact 55 and likely 22. Even if you don't live there and you have to travel that way, keep that in mind for Wednesday, Thursday. On top of that, we also expect snowfall. Let's take that same time period, and we're just going to combine it all together. Wednesday into Thursday, while we see our sleet and ice component down here in that same zone near Tupelo back to 55, we do expect to see some nice snow come through this heavier band in East Arkansas into West Tennessee. And as we mentioned earlier, the numbers right now are pointing to 3 to 5 potential inches of snow on top of what we have today. 3 to 5 inches of snow potential between Wednesday and Thursday with an ice component that we are still studying. Let's get you ready for tonight. Hopefully you are bundled up and inside, safe and warm. Negative wind chills will keep us below freezing. A few flurries possible tonight. You could even see a few tomorrow, but we're going to look at some mostly cloudy skies. Wind chills tomorrow morning, -12 before 7, -10 at 7 a.m. The dogs don't want to go out. And we know it's tough to get them outside in these numbers, but go ahead and pre-think this. And for heaven's sakes, make sure any outdoor animals, hopefully you can move them inside during this. This is deadly cold, and we don't want our pets to suffer, rather. Hopefully you're taking care of those pipes as well. -3 at 9. Now here's a positive note. If we're looking for a positive, around lunchtime tomorrow, we're near 9 degrees. Now that's the air temperature. Winds should be a little calmer. And then the afternoon high is expected to be 18. Again, I hope you can stay inside because it is a dangerous situation. Here's your next 7 days where that weekend is always in view, and we are now already studying, and we have been for days, this next storm arriving. And if you just take a glance, we stay below freezing all the way until Saturday. There's the good news, is once we hit Saturday, Sunday, we're going to begin the thaw. We'll start seeing some melting occur and hopefully get it all out of the way, and then we've got some scattered showers returning to us on Sunday.
All right, thank you, Joey. Now, the snow continues to fall in so many places. Looking live from the Linz of Sky Fox at I-40 and Appling Road. Stay with Fox 13 as we continue our coverage of the winter blast. We're going to have a lot more for you coming up after this break.
I was in a car accident, and I hired a law firm that is always on TV. They had my case for almost a year, but when the insurance company denied my claim, the law firm with the jingles immediately dropped me. I went to the Reeves Law Firm, and they fought for me, and I ended up getting almost $100,000. Reeves Law Firm fought for me when no other firm would.
Call us. Let us be your voice.
I'm attorney Corey B. Trotz. If you've been hurt on the job, it's my job to get your benefits started right away and get you paid for your maximum permanent disability. But some clients still worry that their employer will fire them if they file a workers' comp claim. We tell them, don't worry. We know the law, and Team NST is here to protect you. Call 683-7000. On-the-job injury? Call Nahan, Saharovich, and Trotz, and we'll work to get you lots.
Call 683-7000.
Are you behind on your mortgage? Is the bank threatening to take your home? Are you considering trying to get a loan modification on your own? Did you know that less than 5% of people who tried on their own actually got a modification? At the Mortgage Modification Helpline, we know the rules and regulations banks don't want you to know about, and we've helped thousands of people stay in their homes. So call the Mortgage Modification Helpline today.
Please call 800-632-1134.
Looking to sell your home? You need to know about this free service. You can sell any home, anywhere, and fast. We can get you cash for your home. We can help you trade in your home for a new one. Even sell your home for a flat fee instead of an expensive commission. And our state-of-the-art home selling system is 100% free to you. Sell your home. Don't waste any more time. Make this free call right now and learn how to sell your home faster and easier than you ever thought possible.
Grandma, can you come out and play?
Oh, sorry, honey. It's my knees. They don't work the way they used to.
Does this ever happen to you? Are you on Medicare? You may qualify for a pain-relieving knee brace at little or no cost to you. Call the Health Hotline to see if you qualify.
Grandma, slow down. I can't keep up.
Maybe you can use a knee brace too, Ellie. Catch me if you can, kiddo.
Call now to get your pain-relieving knee brace.
Mid-South weather changes fast. A cold front is marching through. That's why the Fox 13 Severe Weather Team is always here to keep you prepared no matter what lies ahead.
It is like a sheet of ice in that area.
Tracking storms with pinpoint accuracy.
It's freezing rain, sleet, and snow.
That has played out exactly as expected to both keep you alert in times of severe weather.
Still tracking that winter weather advisory.
And instant updates as the weather changes. Trust the Fox 13 Severe Weather Team for weather coverage you can count on.
This is Fox 13 News.
We want to bring you up to speed with what is going on at this hour. Of course, snow and sleet, it is still falling across the Mid-South. And as you can see, it is causing some serious problems for folks out on the roads right now. We know that city crews are working their way across the city, plowing the streets and, of course, the bridges.
Yeah, but so many of those roads are still covered in snow. They're unsafe for driving, and the limited number of snow plows and vehicles we have here in the Mid-South, they can't keep up. Fox 13's Kirsten Garris is live just off Poplar. Kirsten, earlier today I saw 2 snow plows, 2 in just a couple of hours, and they were doing their very best. What have you seen?
Well, we haven't seen any snowplows. We've seen mostly tow trucks and then cars getting stuck on the road. This is Poplar Avenue, or what we used to know as Poplar Avenue, because it is covered in snow. I actually just got off the phone with the Public Works Director for the city of Memphis, and he tells me this is a road that is handled by TDOT, so we won't see any plows here anytime soon. He says they are working on other side streets throughout the city. But take a look. I'm going to have my photographer Erica zoom into that. That is what it looks like on side streets. A lot of snow and not a lot of cars moving, which is a good thing. But we are going to continue to tracking these road conditions throughout the evening. Reporting in East Memphis tonight, Kirsten Garris, back to you, and we'll be back after this break.
Injured? You know I would love to hear from you. And you can call me right now at 888-WE-FIGHT, because you know I am all about fighting for my clients. Make the call. Let's get it all.
Every great actor must have a muse. Mine is Progresso Soup. Is this to be the soup that is my lunch, or not to be?